Hi, it's Toby and that's Sean, and we're getting started. We haven't done a show in the 12 days, and we've seen a bunch of shows, and we've got a bunch of albums to talk about. And we counted up, and there's something like 13 or 14 more we have to clear out before the end of the year.
And that's not even including our end of the year wrap up of the 20 best albums.
We've got at least 4 more shows to do before the end of the year. And you know, I can't help but notice, like, here we're in the last day of November as we're taping this, and like all these YouTube shows are already dropping their best of 2022 already. It's like,
what happened to December? They're on the same bandwagon as like HEB, where it's not even Thanksgiving anymore, right?
Oh, right. It's like skipping straight to Christmas.
Yeah,
season.
November gets the shaft even more every year. I guess that applies to music also.
I guess that's the episode that gets the most views, and then you want to beat everyone else to it or something.
We should
do, but it's like recapping a game at the 2-minute warning.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's not done. I know it's mostly going to be Christmas records and live records and best ofs, but there's still going to be something. It's not done.
Yeah, it's not over. You know, I think we should do our best of 2023 in February of 2023.
Oh, right?
Yeah,
uh-huh.
just beat them all to the punch.
I'm calling it. It's obituary. Yeah, uh-huh.
No more new records. Nobody send us any more new records. Nobody sends us records anyway, but we would say that in our video.
You know who does send us records? Is Rick at Turkey Bassturd. And this one is fucking awesome. The Lollygaggers, Middle-Aged Queers. This is 2 queercore bands from Oakland, California. Lollygaggers are more of like a classic new wave thing, right? And Middle-Aged Queers are like a classic punk. I would expect to hear middle-aged queers on like Bloodstains Across California or something. That's what they sound like to me. Like they came out there, and Lollygaggers sound like, well, they made me think of, I immediately wanted to listen to Nemesis by Shriekback, but it doesn't quite sound like that. It just gave me that vibe and made me want to listen to it. It's like classic new wave, but very garagey, garagey new wave, very fuzzy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, dang, yeah, Death Threat by Lollygaggers and Size Queen by Middle-Aged Queers. Man, so he's got a string of good singles out, and I haven't seen these bands because they're from Oakland, but look at that, pink and green. But anyway, him saying no one sent us stuff immediately made me want to start talking about that. But, yeah, thank you, Rick. That is awesome. I am so glad you sent that to me.
You know what that record reminds me of? Those colors? The Cannibal Corpse show.
Cannibal Corpse's lights.
Yep. They had
except they were spinning like this, right? Yeah. You know who else had lights like that when I saw them last?
No.
Judas Priest. But I didn't see Judas Priest this last time. I saw them the time before.
Okay.
But they had like switched to like very colorful purple and yellow and pink and green lighting, like cool lighting.
Yeah.
Because okay, so one of the shows we both went to 3 shows together since our last episode. We saw Cannibal Corpse, Immolation, or A Dark Funeral, and Black Anvil.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dark Funeral had an impressive light show, but it was all black and white.
You could barely see them, which is unfortunate.
All strobe. I could tell you, I don't know what anyone in that band looks like. So maybe the singer, there's something to be said for being able to see the band.
Well, and there's something, especially when you're a legendary black metal band that paints their faces, you know, and looks fucking awesome in full leather with spikes. Like, I wanted to see that. It wasn't until the last song that both guitar players stood up on their amps on either side of the stage, and we could finally make them out because we were pretty far to the back. But
yeah, and then this douchebag in front of us started like live streaming the whole thing to 0 views. Like there was some comment on it, like maybe I don't know. God damn it.
It was probably like, you should put your phone down, bro. There's dudes behind you. That was probably the comment.
Too many phones at concerts. So Cannibal Corpse. I want to talk about this. I've seen them like 4 times in the last 8 years, and I feel like they keep getting better, tighter musically, right? And I'm just always so impressed by Alex Webster on bass. He's just like one of my bass heroes. Like he's fucking awesome, you know. And I can't believe how tight that band is and how many good songs they have. Here's the deal: they're bigger than death metal now. Like they're like become like a band like the Ramones, or getting like not as big as AC/DC, but that kind of following. Like everyone knows it. Kids were there, people of all ethnicities were there.
Yeah.
Like they were just like
Come one, come all.
it's
It was
not
crazy.
just like it's not just death metal fans. They're just way bigger than that now, and it's crazy. And to their credit, they have not changed a thing over all these years. I mean, I don't think so. Cannibal Corpse, I mean, whatever. They're great. I mean, there's no reason not to like Cannibal Corpse. They're awesome at what they do. They need to start playing bigger venues. It was just way too packed. It was like I was up front at the beginning, and I was like thinking like Travis Scott kind of thoughts, like Astro World. Like it was like I couldn't breathe. And I remember at one point my pants started falling down, and I was trying to pull them up a little bit, and I couldn't reach down to pull that up my pants. You know,
is that packed?
it was that
Wow.
packed. Yeah, and I mean they should at least play emos, but seriously, I think it's only a matter of time before like they should be playing Moody Center or some, it's just like Cannibal Corpse is huge. Like I said, they've become bigger than death metal.
Yeah, they should have been on a bill like at the Bayou Music Center with like Carcass and Amon Amarth.
But that's in Houston.
Yeah, but is there a place like that here in Austin? That's
there
equally
used to
as
be
big?
Austin Music Hall. They should at least play Stubbs.
Or City-
Stubbs?
Stubbs, yeah,
Yes.
Stubbs would have been a better venue. Much bigger.
I mean, yeah, Empire Control Room. Nothing. I mean, great venue, but fucking.
But honestly,
And they handled the line. The line moved quickly. To their credit,
that's true.
There was a big line, and it always moved quickly. And that place is run fine. It's just not big enough anymore for Cannibal Corpse.
yeah, for Cannibal Corpse especially.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was jam fucking packed.
Uh-huh.
But I was able to, still kind of maneuver my way around. It really reminds me of the same size as Liberty Lunch, like the main, stage and pit area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just they need to go to a bigger venue the next time they're in town. But god damn, that sounded amazing.
It did. It
For an
sounded
outdoor
great.
venue like that,
Yeah.
it sounded so good.
I mean, so I got real bummed. I watched the first few songs and nearly got crushed. I went outside for a sec, got some air, and honestly, I wanted to leave for a second, but then Shelly was like, "No, we got to stay and watch this show," and I'm glad I did. We went and saw You and Back, and I watched the rest of the show, and they're always so impressive, and they played, a lot of my favorites, Feast of Bloodthirsty. It was awesome. Code of the Slashers, whatever. It was dope. They opened with Scourge of Iron. Man, Evisceration Plague. I don't know. All good songs. So anyway, they were awesome. But the most impressive band we saw of the week was 1, 2, 3
Undeath?
King's Egg.
King's Egg. Sorry, I was thinking death metal, but in all of the death metal madness that we've been through over the past week, we saw King's Egg set Come and Take It Live, and my gosh, man, like what a bunch of strapping young lads that those guys still play like. Ty Tabor stepped right off of the Lollapalooza 1991 bus. He looks like he's fucking 30 years old. And so
he has perfect guitar tone.
Perfect guitar tone.
Those
Doug
guys
Pinnick,
sound awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd always heard they were a powerhouse live, but just being able to see them and Come and Take It Live was so impressive. Oh my God, they're in the upper echelon of like impressive rock bands I've ever seen. Just despite whatever you think of their music, but goddamn, like no one has that tone.
Right.
Anyway, and everyone, there's no weak links in there. Like everything was spot on. It was just so impressive.
Yeah, it sounded fantastic, and I don't know. I think Come and Take It was probably maybe a little too small for that show. Also, not for the opening bands, but the sound was great though.
There was so there were two local bands opening, and but in the middle band was called Shadow Ministry, and they were all right, but like there was one point where like they had a song and they had like people in the audience, like 5 or 6 people had torches and the singer had a torch, and I didn't know like they weren't saying anything political, but I was like, is that like a Tiki Torch Proud Boy thing going on? Like, and it's like I can't. Like, this is all right, but is this some Proud Boy shit? Like, I just don't know. It looked too much like Tiki Torches to me.
Yeah.
And I did some research. I was like, I became fixated on this. What are these, like, in their name, Shadow Ministry?
Right,
That sounds like it could be some QAnon shit.
Right.
You know? No, it's nothing like that.
Well, it really made me wonder about
It's
them.
like,
Well, when the singer came out with buffalo horns and American flag face, and that's when I was really like, what are these guys about? You know? No, that didn't really happen. But they did have the buy them at Home Depot electric tiki torch, flames. Many people in the crowd had them too.
I'm 80% sure it's not some Proud Boy shit, but I was just like, I couldn't help but wonder,
Yeah.
Anyway.
They weren't selling those at the merch stand, but that would be a cool merch idea, though, if any middle-aged, prog rock band wants to start incorporating that into their merch. That'd be fun. But no, that was a great show.
Look, they do that at every show. And no, but the singer is like, he has a series of like horror sci-fi books. Anyway, so
yeah.
But it didn't have anything political on there. So that could just be, like the Charlotte thing just ruined Tiki Torches for everybody.
You know what I thought about when I was watching that band play?
But the song was called like Light the Torch, or I don't know what. Anyway, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just thinking that band, everyone in that band looks like they would really enjoy a Jeff Dunham set. Like, I don't know, like that. They just seem like the people that would be into that type of comedy, Jim Brewer, whatever. But yeah, it was an interesting crowd. We didn't run into too many people that we knew. Of course, Bill Jeffries was there and Stephanie. But definitely a crowd full of people wearing readers and comfort shoes. But Doug Pinnick, talk about Doug Pinnick, Toby. Tell me, you being a bass player, what do you got to say about his tone?
And you can't talk any shit on Doug Pinnick. He's got an incredible voice and he's an incredible bass player. And he brought out this 12-string bass that's like, I see, I'm not a 5-string bass fan. But the 12-string bass has got Tom Peterson from Cheap Trick has the 8-string bass, where it's like a 12-string guitar where each string has a small string next to it that's tuned to the same thing. Mm-hmm. But this has 2 strings around each string. So there's 3. It's in clumps of 3. So it's like a 4-string bass in clumps of 3. Anyway, it sounds deep as shit. And the songs that I'd always like super admired the bass tone on incorporate the 12-string bass, so that, everyone, there's no weak links in that band. I'm still like, I keep thinking of that show. And then at the end of the show, they did some old songs that I didn't know at all, and the audience like sang every word of them, and it was impressive,
Yeah, I only knew they did Dogman as their first encore song.
Yeah.
But then they did probably 12 or 15 songs during the set, and then came back and did 4 more.
They did 7 songs from the new album and played them so well, I guarantee that it bumped their new album up in my year-end chart, because there's something about seeing, I don't know, sometimes when I see the band really rock out the new stuff, it makes me appreciate the new album more. They really sell it, you know?
And it makes me sing them more. Like this week, just at work, not listening to music, like I've had a few King's X songs off their new record, Bubble Up,
Damn, so good.
So really good, yeah, just a fantastic show.
And then we saw Undeath.
Yeah, we saw Undeath with, they played with
200 Stab Wounds.
Enforced and Phobophilic.
Phobophilic from Fargo.
They're from
They're like Maul. from the Fargo scene,
Yeah.
Fargo death metal scene.
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah, they were good. I think Enforced really brought it.
Enforced was great.
They
But,
kicked ass.
I mean, they had more of a hardcore punk rock thing going on than the rest of the band.
Can anyone tell what shirt I'm wearing? Can you make that out?
Huh?
Everyone get your apps out now. The death metal app reader, font app reader, and this is an Undeath shirt. But Undeath was fantastic, and man, those guys were super positive and a lot younger than I thought. Like their guitar players looked like they were.
Let me grab something. I'm gonna keep talking. I've got a mic on, so you can still hear me.
So we can't get rid of you, even when you walk away.
I walked away from it, but oh shit, I don't have it. I was trying to show. I got an Undeath autograph sign on there that's just almost as hard to read as the name called Death. The only thing harder to read than a death metal band logo is like the individual members' signatures. I have found
Barney's signature, yeah, that was really hard to make out.
I got Kyle from Undeath, and you can tell something resembles a K on there.
Right,
yeah.
right.
There's K's.
Scribble.
But yeah, so there's a letter. It's like, oh, the K guy.
He might be illiterate, Toby. That's not cool. Dude.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the only letter he knows. Give him a break.
Dude, that guy can play. All those people can play. They were very impressive musically.
Yeah, they were really good. And then we saw King's X, and then we went. Wes Coleman played at. Who we also reviewed
Wes
this
was
year.
Awesome.
He played at the Parlor on Saturday with Brian.
We've been
And
out.
what's David, your guitar player's band's name with his wife?
Born Twins.
Born Twins. They were fantastic.
They were great.
Probably my favorite wife-husband duo going right now. I don't know how many others there are, but they were great, man. And let me tell you something. If you ever see... What are they called again?
Brian.
No. David's band.
Born Twins.
If you ever see Born Twins, please pay special attention to David playing drums. He plays drums, he sings, and he also plays bass with his left foot. That would normally work the hi-hat, but he plays bass lines with his left foot on some
bass
type of
pedals.
Yeah, bass pedals on the floor. It was so makes you. It either inspires you or just makes you just not want to be a musician anymore because it's just he's so good. But no, that was a really fun show too.
And speaking of David, will be playing with Yardwork this Saturday at the Parlor with Sex Pump and Cast of Thousands.
And then, well, let's just get right into it. And then Thursday, the 8th, we're going back to Come and Take It to go see Exhumed, Escuela Grind, Vitriol, and Castrator. And then I got to apologize to Woody for not mentioning his show that he put on at Feel So Good Records last weekend. I apologize about not mentioning that, so it's too late, but all apologies there. And then Saturday the 10th, go out to ABGB's and catch The Transgressors.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this band, Nervous Eaters from Boston, has a new album. They've been around for a long time. I know them from this comp called Feel Lucky Punk that I've really worn out a bunch of times. I thought this comp was from the early 80s. Turns out it's from the early 90s. It was like... But anyway, they do their song Just Head on here. Famously also covered by New Bomb Turks.
That's
and
a
probably
very...
Teen Generate.
Yeah.
A lot of people have covered...
Do you know how many punk houses like I've seen this record cover at? Like
All of them.
everyone has this record. Yeah.
I bought that at the record convention in like 93. It came out in 91. I thought it was old. It was pretty new when I bought it.
Right.
You know,
yeah. Every punk house I've ever been to has
19.
this. But yeah.
It's great. Great comp. Yeah.
If you're so the new record
is called Monsters and Angels, right? And nothing is nearly as punk as Just Head on this, but give them a fucking break. It's been a little while, right?
Yeah.
This
Maybe
was
the last
recorded
song
in the 70s. Or wait. Nervous Eaters. Was that 79?
79.
Yeah. And they say in here that they're normally more of a bar rock band, and that's their punk number. And but so they're still, to their credit, these dudes are, I don't know. I mean, they could all be original, huh? I didn't do the research.
They're not, but they're all about the same age.
And they can all fucking play.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of like Boston's equivalent of, I mean, you know who they sound like from Boston to me is the Real Kids.
Yeah, they do sound like the Real Kids. Like,
Yeah,
they sound like the Real Kids, and the Kinks and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers all had a big party, you know?
To me, yeah, I'm hearing like locally, like I could see them playing Alejandro Escovedo with him at the Continental Club.
With the Sons of Hercules.
Sons of Hercules.
That would be a perfect
Sons
bill.
of Hercules. Yeah, that would be great. With the Crayolas.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
That would be a perfect bill.
At Antone's. Yeah, that would be awesome.
And we get in free.
It was because it was our idea.
Our idea, and we get free merch. We put it on.
So yeah, no, this is a good record, and I mean, dude, if I lived in Boston, I'm sure I would have seen these guys a few times already, you know.
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I can only speculate if they've been playing consistently over the, you know. I know that this label is new for them. They just got on Wicked Cool Records. This is their first record on Wicked Cool.
It has extensive liner notes I didn't read.
Yeah, but man.
About the history of the band. Steve Caltado.
Yep.
He's the main dude.
Brad Halen. Well, this is the new guys. Brad Halen on bass, Adam Sherman on rhythm guitar, and David McLean on drums. I don't know how new they are, but they're not the guys that were playing Just Head from that comp, you know?
Yeah. So, okay, what are your favorite songs on this?
My favorite song is actually End of the World Girl. It's the last song on this record, but if you're expecting to hear Just Head, then that'll be your favorite song on this record.
The last couple, I like the end of that record, you know, and
your favorite?
a few of the, God, I don't know if it's my favorite. I get certain songs that get stuck in my head, or Hop Sing Said.
Mm-hmm. They have a video for that.
Wild Eyes, yeah. The songs at the end, I like it. You know what it starts to sound more like to me that I could compare it to is Blue Oyster Cult, you know, towards the end.
They've got videos for End of the World Girl, Superman's Hands, Chad. They have a song called Chad, when I kept thinking of
Oh, that's a good one.
Chad,
yeah. I like that one a lot. That's probably my favorite, Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wild Eyes they have a video for also. So, yeah. They've got 5 music videos for this album.
Yeah, check out the new Nervous Eaters stuff. I mean, this definitely, I hope they're playing the shit out of this on Little Steven's Underground Garage or something.
They've got,
I've turned it on trying to hear if they're playing this, but I haven't heard it, you know.
Yeah. Steven Van Sant actually, if you go to this website, Wicked Cool Records, and you click on Nervous Eaters as the band, it'll have a few blurbs. One's by Legs McNeil, talking about them, and the other one is by Little Steven, kind of describing their sound. But yeah, awesome record, really good. God damn, the production's amazing.
All right, Nervous Eaters, and we're going to go to an act that's been around equally as long, to more acclaim, more record sales. Morris Day.
Wow. Time. Last Call by Morris Day.
Last Call. He's calling this his last album. He talks about it. And let me grab my Time records. Because, you know, I love Prince. I love the Time. Shit. Where'd I put that stuff? Anyway, don't have it. I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah. So, man, this will make you nostalgic for the 80s. And I'm not nostalgic for the 80s. I was not having a good time in the 80s. And even though there's a lot of good music, I normally don't hear it and be like, oh, man, I wish it was 1985
right?
again. Because, man, it's fucking, you know, my life kind of sucked at that point. But, this record just only makes you, it's like it cherry picks all the nice stuff from back then. Those were innocent times, you know, that was nice, you know, 'cause it's like, there's a lot of, it's like Prince Time formula. He's pulling out a lot of tricks. It's nostalgic, it's his last album. He wants to remind you of all the things, you know, that you like about the time, Morris Day. Prince, and I'm here, and just the era in general. I'm even hearing a little cameo, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, he brought back a lot of rappers. I'm not going to say brought them back. No one brought back Snoop Dogg. You know, he certainly didn't. None of these guys went anywhere. But, he's got Big Daddy Kane.
Flo Rida.
Man, I didn't expect to like the Flo Rida song. But Oh, most of the songs have a rapper on it. Daddy-O, yeah, from Stetsasonic.
Tech Nine's on here.
E40.
E40.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. And famous guitar player is on here also.
Oh, Billy Gibbons
Billy
from
Gibbons.
ZZ Top. I love that hookup.
Yeah.
I would like to
We
hear...
want to see a full length
We
album.
want to hear a whole... I know he's saying last call, but we would both like to hear a Billy and Morris team up.
Or
more of that.
Morris says that he would. This is going to be his last solo record, but he's not opposed to playing with the Time again if they wanted to start jamming. And maybe the Time should give Billy Gibbons a call, and he could be the new.
Oh yeah.
He could be the new guitar player for the Time, baby. Not sure why I started talking like that. But this is a very young photo of.
Wait.
This is a very young. It's about 15 years ago. This side, but this is. I don't know. Maybe he just looks really young still.
I was listening to an interview with Morris Day on Jimmy Jam's podcast.
He's 64.
He's 64, and so in the original, and they were talking about the high school band scene that Prince and Morris Day and all those Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis came out of, and in the original band, Morris Day was the drummer and Prince was the guitar player.
Oh.
I'm wondering who the singer was.
Yeah,
like,
who was up there?
And Andre Simone played bass, right?
Yeah. These guys must have been rolling their eyes watching this singer, you know? Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Well, but Morris Day was billed as Morris Too Hot Day back then because his solo spotlight would be, there was a song where he'd come up and sing lead, and I guess the singer would go back and play drums, and he'd sing Too Hot by Kool and the Gang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Would he start flapping?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
When we were 17, we fell in love. High school sweethearts.
It's kind of hard to flap
Yeah.
for that one. Flap came later. After Prince gave him permission.
Too hot. So, yeah, that's the end of the non-metal we're going to be talking about. Oh, no. Where are we going next? How about this?
Yeah, the Bassturd.
All right.
This is the Bassturd.
This record's awesome. I should take the plastic off it. That's bullshit.
I was going to when I borrowed it, but I wasn't sure if you wanted to.
Hey, I don't do downloads, so someone use that. There you go.
Pause it. There's a place for them to
Screenshot
pause
that.
where it's not moving. Blurry, but man.
All right, doing a bunch of country covers. Oh man,
The Bassturd, deep in the bowels of Texas. What a great cover.
Yeah. The Bassturd is my friend Dan. I guess he didn't actually put his name on here, so.
Well, secret's out. Ruined his identity.
Anyway, he's got a lot of great people on here. He's got Paul Johnson, Paul J. from the Motards.
Woohoo!
He's got Mark Rogers from Agnosticon.
Carrie Clark
From 16 Deluxe.
Yeah.
He's got Sarah Kitchen. Everyone sounds awesome on here. And it's country covers. It's not outlaw country. There's some G.G. Allen country, tough fucking shit. Oh, yeah. So, okay. That's a good song. You know, a lot of G.G. Allen songs are rewrites of Nancy Sinatra songs.
Oh, okay.
You know this? Aaron pointed this out to me.
I kind of didn't.
And Tough Fucking Shit is just a rewrite of her song, How About That?
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No wonder the Jabbers were so fucking popular. No wonder I thought I already knew all those songs when I first heard the Jabbers. Damn it. GG pulling a fast one even in death.
But he seemed to hit the Nancy Sinatra discography a lot.
Yeah.
So they call me country, love gone wrong, the wild one, tough fucking shit. Must you throw dirt in my face, crazed country rebel. Oh, Little Hank 3. And spiritual. Oh yeah, and he ends it with like a more gospel number. Yeah. But man, great record. You should get it because I don't think there's a whole lot. It sounds awesome.
It sounds awesome. It's a what is it? A
7 song.
8? No. Oh yeah, 7 song. 45. It's a 45 LP 12 inch.
EP.
EP. Sorry. but it sounds fantastic. Everyone does a fantastic job.
He did a good job. I did a recording project with Dan where a couple of years ago he released a song a day for the whole year,
God.
and I played on a few.
That's amazing.
And I went to his place, and basically he had my friend Kurt, who plays in Fuckwork, plays drums, had recorded some blast beats and some different kind of blast beat patterns, and Dan was just like, play whatever you can to this. And I did, I mean, not with the intention of ever playing it again. And then he was like, and I'll just go off of what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And he was watching me do it. And I just can't believe how good it turned out. Like those songs, which were like 30-second songs, came out like a few months later. And I was like, I did not expect for him to put it together that well, because it was just, I mean, seriously. I mean, that's the only time. I mean, that's a fun little homework assignment for me. Like, here's a 30-second blast beat. Play whatever you can. And I'm just going off on bass because I know I never have to repeat it. It's just like, it's like.
But it turned out really well.
It turned out great.
That's so cool.
Yeah, And this turned out great. And this is totally different. There's no blast beats anywhere in sight. It's country. Chris Burns recorded it. He did a great job. And, yeah, it's nice. Check out the Bassturd, deep in the bowels of Texas. All right. So now we're going to get really strictly metal. And we're going to go to Russia. What's the name of the town? Insect Inside.
Insect Inside. Into Impending Apotheosis. This is an EP. Apotheosis. I must have...
Which is some kind of deification. Like these guys, they're Russian. They live near Kazakhstan.
They're from Chelyabinsk Oblast, Russia.
Okay. I think this is what you call a slam band. Like they're all constant blast beats and super low end vocals. It sounds like, or sometimes you were saying this burping his way through the vocals.
It almost sounds like he's burping through
the
whole entire record.
Mikhail, Daniel, Ivan, and Bogdan.
Yep.
Disfigured visions through depravity, to idolatry, tormentive illusions into impending apotheosis.
Apotheosis. That's a hard word.
I think these guys, I assume these guys are English second language. I know people speak a lot of English now.
So they wrote their own liner notes in Spotify. Can I just hear?
Yeah.
So they consider themselves very technical deathcore. They call themselves a parallel between the human world and the insect world, and they want to plunge each listener into darkness and grant them free range of imagination. Yeah. So that's where they're coming from. But,
wow.
Yeah. But goddamn, you talk about okay,
there's some drumming on there,
insane blast beats and technical as shit. Great musicianship all around, but the lowest death metal voice
Ivan Cholkin
I've ever heard. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah. I'll read some lyrics.
These guys have a video too.
What song?
They have a video for Disfigured Visions Era. And
okay, I'll read that one then.
All right.
Okay, Disfigured Visions Era. In the haze of the dense forest, imprisoned in a coffin among the undead, I merge with clotted blood and pus. Feels like this will last forever. It doesn't matter what prayer I say. Visions show lies about the end of all things. Soil swallowing the remains of the mind.
Yeah, fucking...
Yeah, all right.
Hell yeah, Disfigured Visions Era. The video is them playing a live show somewhere, but people are getting into it. There's not a lot of people in this video in the crowd, but they're dancing and they're all having a good time. And there are a lot of guitar tutorial videos that these guys like to do, especially the guitar player, to show you how to play their songs, which is pretty interesting.
Mikhail Lukyanov.
Yeah, he's a shredder.
Yeah,
but they're
everyone. Yeah, you should check it out. It's Gorehouse production, and it's really 4 songs. It says 5, but the first song, Deceased, is kind of an intro.
Yeah. Yeah, which I thought was odd. For, if you're going to have a 5-song EP, you're probably going to want to just put... But whatever, I have... that's just my... What's up?
Oh, I was going to say, there's another record that I felt I mean, I don't feel ripped off by this because it was the right price. This was like a $7.99.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
5
So
songs
it's
with
really
one
like
song
a
being an
4 song.
entire
It's a solid
intro.
EP.
Right.
But man, we're going to talk about the Jerry Casale. That's 2 songs with remixes. That's a single. You
Right,
know?
right.
Yeah, this is an EP at
Yeah.
least, you know? Okay, so anyway, what songs did you like?
I gotta say, I'm just gonna. My favorite song is "Into Impending
That's mine too.
Theosis,"
Yeah.
the title track.
I mean, anyway, if you're into death metal, you should listen to this because it's not that long and it's entertaining. And if you want to go straight to our favorite part and see if you like it or not, song number 5, "Into Impending Apotheosis."
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and
I
check
might
them
have
out.
to use that word in a
Yeah. Or hop on YouTube. You can go right to Gorehouse Productions, the label's YouTube channel, and they've got.
Do you
like I
know
said,
where they're from?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound Russian.
Yeah.
Right?
But it does when I say it like this. Gorehouse Productions. We are Russian. Sorry. I'm sorry. If Insect Inside comes to Austin, please don't beat me up.
Okay, I love doing impressions, but it's like we've learned over the last 20 years, like people, we don't do ESL impressions, right?
Right,
You're like, because you know we're just first
In
language
public.
people. In public. Yeah,
You can do whatever you want
You get
behind
in
closed
person-
doors.
Yeah. But man, I mean, just you have to remind yourself of that. I don't think I'm making fun of people. I just love it, you know. In fact, if I'm quoting somebody, I automatically start talking like them.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And then it's funny if they're from East Texas or something. And it's not funny if they're from Korea.
It's
you know?
right.
Like,
It's funny if it's Mike Tyson.
I'm not trying to be anti-woke because I think that is bullshit. Right? I got off on a tangent, right? But yeah, no, I am not offended by. That's the dude from Rocky IV, right?
Yeah,
No,
Ivan
you do.
Drago. I was doing Ivan Drago. Yes.
Yeah, Ivan Drago.
I will crush you. I love Insect. I will beat Rocky and I will play Insect Inside at his funeral. Yes.
I want to go to Rocky's funeral.
Yeah.
Insect Inside.
They're going to play live. Yeah, they're playing.
That is the best gig for Insect.
Oh, I wanted to say, though, this is their first EP, but they actually pulled out a full-length last year called The First Shining of New Genus.
I heard that
Yeah.
online. It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
So check that out also.
Similarly, this band Worm put out an album last year called. This is just the EP that's an
Foreverglade.
afterthought. Foreverglade. They got a lot of acclaim. They're from Florida, so I should be able to remember that. Foreverglade. Oh, dang. Oh. This is the reason.
This is their. This is Worm. Blue Nothing is the name of the EP, and this is their first EP. But they have 3 full lengths out before this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But the last one is Foreverglade, which is apparently the fucking killer. I didn't actually do my homework on that one. I only listened to this one.
I meant to pick up Foreverglade. This is like, like some shoegaze black metal.
Funeral
like
Death
Temple
Doom.
of Void.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like these guys fit right in with Temple of Void in my mind.
They could.
You know?
This would be Temple of Void and Imperial Triumphant would fit on a great bill with this.
Well, yeah, Imperial Triumphant's way more progressive,
Right,
but it
right.
would be an awesome bill. Like I love the. So yeah, shoegaze black metal is something completely new to me this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I can get that mood. I like this cover art.
God, I love the cover art. Those blues and purples are so pretty.
Man, but okay, so like in the intro song, like there's some clean guitar tones that are straight up like made me think of like Eric Johnson or something. And I know that is like not metal.
Right,
You know?
right.
I mean, it's just
It's
they
different,
get
right?
into the metal.
Yeah.
Before they totally abandoned death metal, Opeth used to do a lot of like extreme, for a period, soft, heavy, soft. But yeah, when these guys go soft, it's almost like fusion rock, into the ambient black metal
Right.
What are they calling it?
Funeral Death Doom.
Funeral Death Doom.
And I see it more. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's doomy because there's not a lot of fast songs on this. There are some points where I think a couple blast beats are on here. The singer, to me, again, and I know I've said this a lot, and it's not because I don't listen to a lot of death metal, but I do think he sounds similar to Jeff Walker. So if you want any kind of
from Carcass.
From Carcass, yeah. But yeah, this is heavy, slow, and melodic with like Jeff Walker vocals, experimental. Mm-hmm.
Experimental metal. And it's cool. I mean, they're really kind of pushing the envelope of metal.
Yeah.
You know, and I appreciate it. $20 Spin is a good label, and they put out a lot of good stuff.
I love the members' names.
What are
Phantom they? Slaughter, vocals, guitars, keyboards, bass. Roth Septentrion on guitars. And I couldn't find... There's a third member I can see on the back here, but I couldn't find them online, so...
I can't read that.
Yeah. They got a few shows for our fans in New York City and Philly. All of our fan base up there.
Holler at us, please.
Holla. Hit that, smash that like button. But they have a show in New York and in Philly coming up next April. So you've got a while to plan for that one.
Yeah, Worm.
Worm. And let me tell you, I'm going to say it, Worm. If you're listening... Man, what a name, like, to search for online, you know, like, Worm Band. And there are a lot of things to do with worms and bands that aren't your band.
Earthworms have bands.
Yeah, right? Earthworms have, yeah, and that's what I kept running into.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so it took me a minute to really, like, find, I couldn't find any music videos for them. I don't know if $20 Spin has any. For them on YouTube, but I couldn't find any. My favorite song on this, Toby, what was your favorite song?
Oh, jeez. Let me look. I don't know.
Mine's Centuries of Ooze.
Centuries of Ooze.
Because it's pretty consistent through and through, but I think it still touches on the things that I like to hear in a band like this, and it gives a little bit of that new kind of almost progressive, nuanced funeral death doom that I'm not familiar with, but I like it. You know, don't hate it.
Funeral death doom or shoegaze black metal.
Yeah, you have it either way. 12
whatever you want to call it.
In one basket. You know, however that cliche goes, that's what you get.
Sorry if I mislabeled you guys, but you're cool. And now we're going to Madrid in Spain for a little Bone Crusher.
No, Bone Carver.
Bone Carver.
I've been calling him Bone Crusher too.
That's a Soul Hat song.
Yeah.
Mr. Bone Crusher, please don't crush my bones.
So this is Bone Carver.
Bone Carver. I'm sorry, Bone Carver.
Carnal Funeral is the name of the record.
Carnal Funeral. These guys are symphonic death metal. Progressive death metal.
They're technical funeral death metal. Again, I'm using the term funeral again. I would call them tech funeral death metal.
I'm gonna call them symphonic.
Yes.
Death metal. Symphonic progressive death metal.
Again, 12 eggs in one basket, 16 dozen in the other. However that cliche goes, you have it your way.
To me, the most obvious comparison would be Dimmu Borgir, you know, which is a band that I tried to get into around 2003 and really couldn't do it. But I kind of like these guys. Do you have a favorite song on here?
I do.
I do too, actually.
Okay, do you want to do the 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
The Reckoning. All right. That's a great song.
Song number 3. Check it out.
They have a video for that song.
Oh, really?
They have a video for The Reckoning, Ancient Atrocity.
That one's good.
And Carnage Funeral has a video also.
That one's good.
Let me tell you, though, here's the most impressive part of this band. The Reckoning video, please, everyone go watch it. It is a claymation video.
Oh.
It's a death metal claymation video, and it's the first claymation video I've ever seen for a death metal band, and it's fucking hilarious and funny, and it's great. Yeah, check it out.
That's awesome, and you will know if you like them or not, because Sean and I agree that's the top song on the album.
Yeah.
Song number 3.
Yeah, go straight to that one. They're on Unique Leader Records. So, can I share another interesting fact about Bone Carver? So they've got 2 LPs now. Oh no, this is their second. Yeah, there's their second one as
They
Bone
were called
Carver.
something else.
They've got 2 LPs before this that they released as under a different name, Cannibal Grandpa.
I like that.
Fuck yes.
Cannibal Grandpa.
They were previously called Cannibal Grandpa, and they've got a couple LPs, and they changed their name in 2020. But
this is much more serious.
Yeah.
Bone Carver.
Yeah.
That's more serious.
Right.
Cannibal Grandpa.
But
I want to hear some Cannibal Grandpa.
I want a Cannibal
I
Grandpa
bet there's
shirt.
no symphony in Cannibal Grandpa.
Probably
That's
not.
Like some straight up death metal.
I want to get a lot of people in my family a Cannibal Grandpa shirt for Christmas.
You know the local band Iron Uncle?
No, I've never heard of them.
They're so funny because like they've got their whole thing is like on their website. It's like start your own chapter of Iron Uncle. We'll teach you the 7 songs and you can start doing gigs.
Wow,
You know,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so they're trying to immediately start, and they're always encouraging new people like
That's pretty cool.
Chuck. Because I turned them on TV, they were on Access this during the pandemic, and they're like, wow, there's a band with Chuck in it. And it's like...
He's just in the chapter of Iron Uncle.
Well, and then I waited, and because, you know, he normally talks a lot, and he sings the other band, and then they were like introducing themselves, and they didn't say, it's like, and this is Chuck, he just learned these songs today, you know? Like,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
New to the chapter.
Iron Uncle.
Iron Uncle. The vocals, I gotta just mention the vocals. Great death metal style vocals, but he uses some type of filter. And it just sounds insane. And it's tuned up. So it's almost like imagine like Donald Duck screaming death metal style vocals. Yes. Like that's what it's like.
That is good.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. I can only make the noise. I can't say any words as Donald Duck. But it threw me. But I ended up digging it after a little while. At first, I was like, "This is fucking ridiculous," but I like it. You know, if it makes me think twice, I usually end up loving it.
Entertaining, unique sounding record. Mm-hmm. Like I said, The Reckoning is probably the song to check out, and if you like that, definitely check out the rest of it.
All right. Last one to go. Oh wait, is that all?
That's it.
That's
man.
it. Oh, I thought we had one more. Okay. Well.
No, we've got stuff next show to talk about, and that'll be sooner than this one was. But we did see 4 shows in between, so we had quite a bit to talk about.
We did. We saw a lot of shows, but I'm super pumped. Everyone should go to see Exhumed. I know it's on a Thursday, but they're playing with Escuela Grind.
She put out one of our favorite records this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy show.
And Exhumed put out a record we both really like.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, we're excited about
you're going to
that.
get 2 opportunities to get some stuff signed.
Yeah. And probably actually 2.
You know what CD I want to borrow to get signed? Well, you already know.
Escuela Grind?
Escuela Grind, yeah. But I'll be right up front and center for that one. So that'll be fun.
All right. We're going to play our songs. Oh, I hate to show off, but I'm about to show off.
Toby's going to show off some new badassness that he got.
I'm not immune to Black Friday deals. Anyway.
Look at this beautiful Jazzmaster bass.
It's a Jaguar.
Oh, Jaguar, sorry.
Uh-huh.
But it's got P-bass pickups and a Jazzmaster pickup, right?
Yeah, it's got jazz bass pickup, Fender jazz bass, and it's like a hybrid between a P bass and a jazz bass.
Man, it's so nice.
With the Jaguar body.
It's so smooth.
And Capri Orange.
Yeah. Wow, I love that.
And
orange.
it was like a third off.
Yeah, cheaper than the Fender website.
Dude, if you go to any of the music sales websites, they are onto you and they just bombard you with stuff. You know that.
I get calls from Sweetwater. Chris Leonard
calls.
is my sales guy. Hey, Sean, what can I get you?
I just wanted to let you know about.
He leaves me messages all the time. Nicest guy.
They're great. They're a great company.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, I couldn't say it, but anyway.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing like Ivan Drago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's your call. As after you've been told. Come on, little girl. I'm really not that old. It's not about super
Tin Man! I don't have much heart! You kind of like his axe! Cause you ain't that sharp!
He's wrong about the simple fact that we always seem to get our way. Having fun taking shots at the shore, being fast and getting paid.
And getting paid! До свидания!
До свидания.